Hello everyone, this is my presentation for the expectations matrix. My 3 expectations that I'll be going over for my classroom is keeping your body safe, following directions and listening, and sharing or being kind to your friends. First, I wanted to start off with a quote that I thought was important. By developing early and effective classroom-level interventions, teachers can help to prevent further development of problem behaviors and avoid serious social behaviors during later school years. Now moving on into expectation 1, keeping your body safe. The 5 settings that I decided to choose was the sensory table, playground, cozy corner, the circle time area or group area, and just your everyday centers. So for setting 1, keeping your body safe, this includes using the sensory toys appropriately. We're not throwing them around. We're not banging them in the sensory table. We're not trying to break the toys. And we are not eating the sensory materials. This could go from anywhere between sand, shaving cream, spaghetti, anything, rice, beans, anything of that nature. For setting 2, on the playground, we use the playset appropriately. We use our playground toys safely, and we pay attention to where we are running. Playing games like tag, football, soccer, etc. are played safely. So pretty much this includes not running along the playset, not leaning over on the playset when we should not be, climbing up the bridge appropriately, going up and down the stairs appropriately. We are not throwing our toys around that are not meant to be thrown around outside. If it is not a ball, we should not be throwing the toys around. This includes like buckets, shovels, jump ropes, anything like that. We also need to pay attention just where we are running to keep ourselves, not only ourselves, but our friends safe as well, to prevent any injuries. And when we are playing games like tag, football, soccer, etc., we are playing them correctly and we are not getting too rough. For our 3rd setting in the cozy corner, this would include our body being calm, sitting in the cozy corner, and we are using our stuffed animals and books appropriately. We should not be rolling all over the rug. We should not be throwing our stuffed animals or books at all. We should be sitting, using the cozy corner appropriately, calmly, and reading some books and stuffed animals. For setting 4, during circle time and group area, our body needs to be calm and we should be saying crisscross applesauce. If we are not saying crisscross applesauce and we're flailing our body around, we not only could be hurting ourselves, but we could hurt another friend as well. Setting 5, in our regular centers every day, there is no running around the classroom. We use walking feet, we use our toys safely, and there is no jumping or climbing on the furniture in the classroom. Now moving on into expectation 2, following directions and listening. We are still using the same settings as well. For our sensory table, we need to listen to the activity directions and perform activities as expected. For instance, if you are doing a black bean sensory bin with golden coins or little Lucky Charms or anything of that nature, you may be sorting them as a math activity, or you could just be working on sensory activities, just feeling and playing with the beans a certain way. Just following those directions from your teacher is very important. Setting 2, playing on the playground. We are listening to what toys are not being used or are allowed to be used at that time. We help clean up the playground before going in, and we listen to teachers' warning if the child is being redirected. Setting 3, in the cozy corner, children listen to directions given about the activity being performed in the cozy corner, listening to a story being read, or sitting crisscross applesauce. Setting 4 is circle time in the group area. In circle time, we are listening to discussions and lessons given by the teacher, and we are answering flashcard questions such as letters, numbers, shapes, and colors. This is very important during circle time because this is where we do the majority of our learning. Setting 5, in our regular centers, we listen to center directions and we follow directions during project, journals, and any other work activities. Now moving on into our last expectation, sharing and being kind to your friends. At our sensory table, we share the sensory toys with our friends, we take turns using a toy or given material, we swap toys with friends, and we play together with our friends. This could be either taking turns using a certain shovel, or taking turns with certain matching activities, or memorization, anything like that. In setting 2, on the playground, we play nicely with our friends on the playset. We share the balls, shovels, buckets, etc. Any toys really that are on the playground at that time. We also are keeping our hands on our own bodies. We do not want to be putting our hands on anyone else's body. That could either hurt them or cause an accident as well. And nobody should be touching their friends in any way whatsoever. Setting 3, in the cozy corner, we are sharing books and stuffed animals with friends, reading stories to friends and or listening to friends telling stories, and we are sitting on our bottoms and sharing cozy corner couch and blankets. Setting 4, in circle time, we are sitting quietly so friends can hear the teacher. We are listening to stories told by friends. Every Monday in my classroom, we do something called Peaks and Pits, and if you are not holding our little Stitch stuffed animal, it is not your time to speak. So this is something that we focus on a lot in my classroom, showing respect and listening kindly to our friends. Encouraging friends during flashcards when they get a question right. This is another thing. Some kids do struggle with their letters and numbers. So just a little bit of encouraging words can go a long way for them, not only from the teacher, but from their friends as well. And in setting 5, sharing toys during centers, talking nicely with friends, and playing together in play centers. We should always be sharing the toys during our centers. We are always playing nicely with our friends, talking to them nicely. I don't want to hear unkind words or telling them that they cannot play with the other friends. We all should be playing together in play centers because we are all friends. And finishing off with a final quote that I thought was very important is, behavior problems are not as frequent when children have opportunities to respond with success and when their successes are acknowledged by teachers and peers. So I think this is very important. Without actually acting beforehand, we cannot stop the problem. So I think this is something that we should be keeping in mind, that we can get ahead of the problem before it actually occurs. And with just some encouraging and providing the children with more opportunities in general, I think we can stop a lot of these behavioral issues in the classroom. And here are all my references. Thank you for listening to my presentation.